Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is the first devlog on Phase, a game that I want to be good. Alright, so here's a quick text note I made. Phase is a game where you and your friends are testing out an experiment that goes wrong and ends up into you guys escaping the world's biggest factory, which is Gantix Go. I think I named it Gantix. So what Phase will have is 30 story levels, 15 guns, 20 melee, 10 blunt, 3 sandbox levels, and more. Now the guns, melee, blunt, the sandbox levels, that is up for the table. It's debatable on whether it's going to change or not. But the 30 story levels is definitely staying the same. And Phase is also inspired by Boneworks by Stress Level Zero, Portal, and Half-Life, both by Valve, and mainly Boneworks and Bone Lab. I'm taking a lot of inspiration from them. But yeah, so Phase is gonna be good. And usually for games like these, I wouldn't be making a devlog because I kind of like to keep my game projects a secret. But how else am I gonna get it popular? So might as well just make it a devlog. Now, so Phase is being made in the GDevelop 5 engine, I think. Right? Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's being developed in GDevelop 5. So, um, yeah, so without further ado, that's just what I'm mainly trying to do here with Phase. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Hold up, wait, I gotta do one thing real quick. Now, the reason why the game's being made in GDevelop 5 is because the game is because GDevelop is an easier engine for me. Plus, I'd like to, you know how people like try to push the capabilities of Scratch, how a lot of people figure out how to make 3D games in the 2D engine, and somebody even figured out how to make a VR game in Scratch. Well, yeah, I'm trying to do the same now. GDevelop does have 3D capabilities, however, it doesn't have a built-in 3D engine. That's why Phase is going to be 2D. Since GDevelop is the engine I'm comfortable with, don't worry. Once I learn how to actually code in code, I will switch from GDevelop to an easier. Well, maybe I might stick with GDevelop since it does support JavaScript. No, I don't know. I don't know what to do right now. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys what I currently have for the game right now. Let me save it real quick. Alright, let me press play. So here's 1324 Games, a company that this game is going to be registered under, and there's the Phase logo. And then we got the sandbox button, which doesn't work. Then we got the credits button, which does work. Now these are to be interpreted. So for the program game designers, we got me. Artist, we got me. For game designers, we got me and my friend. We also got me and my friend for artists. For music / sound designers, I'm gonna see if I can get my other friend to make the music since he's good at making music. And I'm gonna do all the sound effects. Then for programming, it's me. For QA testing, it's gonna be my older brother, my friend, well, my other friend, my other friend, my cousin, my brother, and then my dad. So I'm gonna see if I can get all of them to be QA testers for this game. And then The writers are me and my friend, since we both wrote the story, and then this is what it's inspired by. This is all up for changing, yeah. And I want this game to be like physics based. So what I want to take from each of these games is that I want it to have a good story, like that's in ifs an abandoned facility type thing, like Half Life. I wanted to have like a gun that the whole game is inspired by, which is like the phase shifter, like a gun which is where like it could change an object's property from a physics object to a non-physics object. But that's originally what this game was supposed to be, but I've kind of been leaning more towards just making it a story game with guns and all that. And then Boneworks is where all the physics stuff comes in. Yep. And you see, here, let me do that again. You can see this, right? All this right here. And now, once you click play, you'll go here. So you and your team was testing out Gantix Co's new body changer, a device which changes your body along with your physical and mental stats. While you were testing, company was randomly put on a lockdown and was planned to be exploded in 1 minute. Your team tried to hurry up and finish tests and were able to finish them, but the factory exploded before you guys could leave the room. Now when you click start the journey, it takes you to this blank box, and that's what this devlog is going to be working on, the physics. So, without further ado, let's get started, and I'm going to stop yapping. So, the whole point of this is so, the first thing I'm going to do actually is to make a sprite. And right now, I want to just see if I can get a box. Right, so, box. Now I want to see if I can get a box that can be moved with the mouse, you know? So let's create a pixel, and let's just quickly get, actually, no, we don't have time. Actually, no, we do. I'm gonna just get a white box. No, the background's white. I'm gonna get a red box then. Let's see. Now we have a box, right? We have this box. So scale it up. It's too big. Um, that's big enough, right? Yeah, that's big. Now let's go to behaviors. And GDevelop has a built-in physics system that I've never tried. Yep, right here. They even have one for 3D physics too. GDevelop has a lot of properties, you know, so that's good. And then, so yeah, they have a 3D physics engine, which could be useful. But they also have a 2D physics engine, so I'm gonna just grab this for here. Yep, the box shape. So, oh shoot, my friend's calling. Hold up, I'm gonna mute my. So, guys, you might hear something because it's my friend on the phone. I'm waiting for my other friend to join, then I'll leave. So, I don't know what any of this means. Okay, so good thing GDevelop has a tutorial on this.
Hey there. I'm Helper Wesley, and in this video, we'll be going over the Physics 2.0 behavior. We'll start with the tiled object that I'm using for the border of the screen. Go to Behaviors, and give it the Physics Engine 2.0 behavior. So to begin with, we have body type. There's dynamic, static, and kinematic. Dynamic will move as you would expect a physics object to move, with forces, impulses, rotation, everything.
Okay.
The static object stays still. It isn't affected by any kind of forces, including gravity or collisions. This is what you use for the level itself. Whereas kinematic is a type of static body, but it is able to move if you change its velocity. Next, we have some checkboxes.
Dynamic.
If bullet is checked, the engine will continuously check for collisions, which will improve its response time, but require more processing power. Then there's fixed rotation, which, if checked, will make sure the object doesn't rotate at all. So if you have a platformer character that's using physics, for example, they aren't falling all over the place.
So
And can sleep is a performance-saving option that allows the object to rest if it hasn't moved in a while.
Okay.
Next, we have the shape of the object. So we have a box, a circle, an edge, and a polygon. Unless set to something else, these shapes will be the size of the object.
I feel like that. What I think it's just the object's collision detector / hitbox.
And use as a reference while putting in these points. Size of the object. Polygon is an option that lets you set up your own shape. You can add an image that you can use as a reference while putting in these points. For the polygon, it has to be a minimum of 3 points, and you can have up to a maximum of 8 to create the shapes that you need. These options here allow you to customize the shape that you picked earlier, but if they're all set to 0, then it will just use the size of the object.
Okay, so
now
I'm
below
keep
all
it
of
at
this,
0.
we have density, which is as it would be in real life. Something with a low density requires less force to move than something with a high density. Gravity, which can be set to any number, including negatives to get a reverse gravity. Friction, which will slow down objects that are in collision. Frictions can't be negative, and for most purposes you'll be using numbers between 0 and 1. Linear dampening is basically air friction. So the higher the number is, the faster the object will slow down, even if nothing is touching it. You can set this to a negative number, but it's a bad idea. Angular dampening is the same thing as linear dampening, but specifically relates to rotation. So the higher this is, the faster your object will stop spinning. Restitution is basically how bouncy an object is. So if you set it to 1, it'll be perfectly elastic. So it'll bounce away with as much force as it had when it collided with the object. So you'll generally be using a number between 0 and 1.
So yeah, I'm gonna just use everything he's using, and I'm gonna have to play around with this a bit. So this video right here, this devlog is going to be just messing around with everything. It's just really trying to get the physics working and yeah. I might have to make maybe 2 more devlogs, maybe one or 2 more devlogs on this before I actually start, working on the real game.
The last options in the physics behavior are layers and masks. If you turn on a layer, then that will be the layer that the object is on. If you turn on a mask, then that's the layer that the object will collide with. And for most games, you'll leave this as 1-1.
Okay, so 1-1. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this, right? And I don't think there's nothing the box can collide with, so I'm gonna make another one. No, not tiled sprite. I'm gonna make another sprite that that is floor. I'm gonna make this one blue. Alright, so now what I'm think it's gonna happen is I'm gonna add the physics thing. And then now I'm gonna just keep this as a static. The shape is gonna be a box. Wait, no, actually, I don't know. Here, I'll just do it as a box, right? And now I'll just keep all of this as one. And then I'm gonna use this as the floor, right? I'm gonna put this right here. And now if I run this, what's gonna happen is it falls. That's it. That's it. It falls. Now I'm gonna try something. Wait, would it like fall and then fall off the edge? Oh, perfect. This is already better than the physics engine I made in Scratch. Yes, I made a physics engine in Scratch. Well, I didn't make it. I just followed the tutorial because I want to try to remake Boneworks and Bone Lab in Scratch. Yeah, so it works. Now I want to see if I can do something like I can drag it, kinda. So I'm gonna keep these properties. They seem pretty good. Add behavior. Let's see, draggable. No, okay, I'm gonna remove draggable. I'm gonna just do drag because I saw something. Yeah, draggable object. Now, if I try this, now the box should be draggable. Okay, so y'all saw that, right? Okay, so does the physics still work? Okay. Ooh. Okay, there's something weird where if I drag it, it just launches. And guys, tell me in the comments if we should keep that as a bug. Because I'm not gonna lie, why's my mouse not moving? Is my mouse dead? Oh gosh, bro, my mouse just froze, bro. Okay, anyways, wait, no, my box! I was just checking the OBS recording and my box fell. No, now I gotta get another box. Alright, well, I think what should just happen is that once the object is being dragged, it should just change itself to fixed. Alright, so I think I know a solution to this problem. So, box. Check if the object is being dragged. Yeah, being dragged. Yes. If box is being dragged, now we gotta do is just make it so. It has a fixed rotation. Yes. We're gonna make a new one that says if box is not being dragged, it's just dropped, yes. It's gonna set the fixed rotation to no. Yes. Meaning if I'm correct, now you drop this, right? Now we just let it do that thing. It's not rotating anymore. Yes, we did it. Now the only thing we have to stop is the box just deciding just the box. Alright, so we fixed that. That's nice. Ka-chow. Wait, oh, I just noticed something. The box is like sliding. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, the box clips to the box a little bit, but to be fair, I mean, obviously, if a game is made by a dummy, then yeah. Okay, you see right here, right? The box is slowly like slipping out my mouse, and does that mean if it's okay? So if you're holding a box for too long, it slips out your mouse. I don't know how to fix that. No, I had box. Okay, wait. What I'm just gonna make this super big, right? And now, if I'm correct, okay. So we'll just use that as the floor, and then we'll add another. We'll actually see if we can duplicate this box. Add one right here, and then let's see what happens when you play with two physics objects. Okay, wait, can you? Yeah, so you could already do what I wanted you to do in the first place. Okay, so GDevelop's physics system is actually not as bad as they thought it would be. Considering for how bad GDevelop, like as an engine is, it's not actually as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, now what is this? Okay, I get it, my bad. And here, my charger's right here. Alright, my computer's plugged in now. And now you made it so I was holding the box. I actually kind of like this. Except for somehow the boxes clip into each other. Like, that's just a bug. Like, what's happening is the boxes are clipping into each other until, like, until it gets to, like, the halfway point. Or then, until, like, the box gets almost to the ground, where then the other box realizes, oh shoot, I'm about to get taken over by this box, so it just decides to move. I don't know how that's going to be fixed. But I can envision this game. Yeah. Oh, this game is actually going to turn out good. Now, if y'all know about my second channel, which is 1324 Games, there I was posting updates on my game Shoot Grounds. Yeah, so I was posting updates on that game a lot. Weekly updates on the company, even though it's just me and my friends. You know what happened? The only reason we canceled Shoot Grounds, and the only reason why Shoot Grounds was canceled. Okay, now hold up. That's a bug that needs to be fixed. I don't know how to fix that, but it needs to be fixed. Because it doesn't go through the ground, but like, and then you can hit the box up from here. Okay, yeah, but this physics engine is actually way better than I thought. I think the only reason why we're having these bugs is because this physics engine probably wasn't designed to be, mixed with the draggable object feature. But to be fair, that is kind of GDevelop's fault for not, adding that as a setting, But hey, I'm gonna be happy. It's just okay. At least it auto corrects itself. Okay, unless you put the entire. Okay, wait. So it's just that one box right there. No, actually two of those boxes. Because this box. Wait, hold up. Wait, I want to see which boxes are causing that issue to happen. Okay, this box won't go down. Okay, so it's just the boxes that are on the floor. So I'm gonna just have them all be up on the air and see what happens. Okay, this one's okay. I think it's just something with these specific boxes right here. I don't know why, but these specific boxes here are just broken, and I hate it. So I actually don't know how to fix this. So if once this game comes out in 200 years, please don't do that because, well, you can, but just know your game is gonna be broken. Well, hold up, wait, I'll be back. And that's not the mute button. Okay, I'm back. It was just that we're gonna have some mini pizzas for dinners. But yeah, so far this is our first devlog on this game. This recording is already like 24 minutes. No, it's not 24 minutes long. On just this, 24 minutes we just got these done. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, this is the first devlog. No, actually, no. To make up for those 24 minutes of just yapping and playing around with these physics. To make up for it. Wait, can this box... Wait, can this... Okay, so... I think what's stopping that box from doing that... Like, can we just, like, throw the objects? Okay, no, we can't. So I don't know how that would be fixed. Only at least you could push the objects around. Wait a second. Wait a second. What? This box is going through. Oh wait, so this box could go through. You just have to apply a lot of force into making that one go through. Whoa. Yep. So right now, this is it. This is our core gameplay right now, and I think the next devlog, what we should do is now hold up. No, whoa, that was cool. Hold up, wait. Y'all saw that, right? I'm still have to play around with these physics settings more, but y'all see this, right? If I just move this, right? Y'all saw how it just slid over. It just changed the box that it was on, right? Yeah, so Devlog, I think they kind of did intend for the physics to work well with the draggable thing. It's just they probably didn't notice about the few bugs that there would be. Yo, wait, what the? Yo, is this box bigger than this one? Yes, it is, actually. That's crazy, even though they literally are the same box, so they should be bigger. But whatever. I might have accidentally sized them a bit whenever I was spacing them out. But, yep, so I'm stop yapping, and next devlog, I'm gonna see if I can try to get a player character, working that can mess around with these boxes, along with, also, and then, so I'm gonna plan out these next two devlogs, which are gonna be just trying to get a player character, and then once I get a player character done, no, did not find any threats, meaning I'm safe. Devlog 3, I'm gonna see if I can try to get some guns working. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is like get all the game's like core mechanics done, and then once I have all the core mechanics done, I really just played around with my own game. Well, no, I better save this, yeah. Yeah, once I get all the core mechanics done, I'll actually start working on the actual story and the campaign levels and all that. And if you guys want to support me, well, I really don't know how, but I'll leave a link to my itch.io, and y'all could maybe comment some tips in the comments. I'll be posting this on my main and my second channel. That's all I'll do for every devlog, and I'll make a new playlist called Phase Devlogs. Anyways, without further ado, I tried to make this video as unedited as possible, so I wouldn't have to edit it. So yeah, bye. This video is almost 30 minutes long.